Hello students, today we are going to start chapter 11 Water Resources. Introduction about water resources. All the living beings need water to live. All the living beings which are living in on the earth need water to live. We also need water for drinking, cooking food, washing clothes and many other things. Plants and animals also need water. The main sources of water is rain. The main source from where we get water is rain. Sometimes in few parts of the country we have read in the chapter climate it does not rain, like in Rajasthan and Gujarat very less rainfall is there, or few areas do not receive sufficient rain. Means some areas are there where there is no rainfall and some areas are there where there is not sufficient rainfall, mean less than the average rainfall is there. Different means of irrigation. Irrigation means providing water to crops. Different means of irrigation have been started by our government to reduce our dependence on rainwater, because Indian farmer depend upon rainwater for their crops to grow. But Indian government is taking steps, means different means of irrigation they are providing to the farmers, that it reduces the dependence on rainwater. It reduces the dependence of farmers on the rainwater. Three means of irrigations are used in India: canal, well, and tanks. Canals, wells, and tanks. You can see this is the map of India. The green part is of canals. Okay, the yellow area is of tanks, and the dotted, the circle one is your wells. You can see where are your wells. And the triangular one is your tube well. So these are the different means of irrigation used in different parts of the country. Means how they provide water to their crops. Somewhere canal is used, somewhere tank, somewhere well, somewhere tube well. What are canals? In simple sense, if I want to tell you, a canal is a man-made waterway that are used to transport water for irrigation and other human use. Means it is a man-made waterway. It is not made by nature and are used to transport the water for irrigation purposes. Some farms are there or some villages are there where river water could not reach. So we built canals. So channels are dug. Channels means a waterway or a passageway is dug. Dug means to divert the flow of water from the river to the village, to the other places, to the fields. So channels means a passage or a waterway. It is dug to divert the flow of water to the fields. Either the water is coming from the river, either the water is coming from the dam. These channels are called canals. This way only I have told you a canal is a man-made waterway that are used to transport water for irrigation and other human use. You can write this also. The canal can take river water to very distant places. You know, the canal takes the river water to very far away places. Distant means very far away places. And India has a very good network of canals. We have already read about Indira Gandhi Canal in chapter number 4. Indira Gandhi Canal, it provides water to large part of Rajasthan and it is one of the longest canal in India. Some of the main canals of our country are Sirhind Canal, Agra Canal, Buckingham Canal and Indira Gandhi Canal. These are the main canals of our country which provides water to the fields. See, this is the picture of Indira Gandhi Canal. It is one of the longest canal in the world. Wells. When it rains, some of the water seeps through the soil. What is the meaning of seeps? Seep means it flow or leaks slowly through the soil. Seeps means it flows or leaks slowly through the soil. When it rains, some water leaks slowly through the soil and it reaches below the ground, means underground. We can take out this underground after through wells. We can take this underground water because in the underground the water is only stored, so we can take out through wells. In villages, well water is used for domestic needs, means it fulfills the domestic need. Domestic means household needs it fulfills, and agricultural needs. for growing crops, and for household. Domestic needs means household, for houses. They use well water. Water which is not deep is drawn with the help of rahat or a Persian wheel. Sometimes water is not so much underground that we need well to take it out. Sometimes it is not so deep so we can take it out with a rahat or a Persian wheel. Persian wheel is only called rahat. What is a Persian wheel? Persian wheel is a mechanical water lifting device which are operated by animals like bullocks, so to lift the water from open wells. So Persian wheels are mechanical water lifting devices which are operated by animals to lift the water from open wells. What is Persian wheel? Again listen. Mechanical water lifting device operated by animals to lift water from open wells. So what happens? Sometimes underground water is so much deep, so in that case, a deep bore is dug. Deep bore means a hole is dug with the help of a drilling machine. Bore means a hole, making a hole. They make a hole with the help of drilling machine. Tubes are sunk. Tubes are sunk into the bores, means, and water is brought up to the with the help of pump run by electricity. So what happens, sometimes the water is so much underground, so a deep bore is dug. What is a deep bore? Bore means to make a hole with the help of a drilling machine. The tubes are sunk through these holes and water is brought up with the help of pump run by electricity. Such wells are called tube wells. Their name is tube wells. Tube wells are very popular means of irrigation, especially in northern plains where we are living. They are very common in Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, and Punjab. Tanks. In the southern plateau, it is difficult to dig because the land is rocky. In the southern plateau, it is very difficult to dig because the land is very rocky. So, what happens? People collect the rainwater in tanks or ponds. When the rain is coming, the people collect that water in tanks or ponds. And tanks are used commonly in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka to fulfill their water needs. Dams. A dam is a concrete structure built across the river to check the flow of water. Okay, a dam is a concrete structure built across the river to check the water is flowing properly or not. The water level is up to the mark or not. It should not be high than the normal limit. A huge lake is created behind the dam. The water from lake is used to regulate the flow of water in river. So a lake is also made behind the dam and the water from lake is used to regulate the flow of water in the river, that there should not be too much water on the dam. The water from these lakes can be diverted to the canals. So the water in these rivers, we can make canals for the purpose of irrigation. Dams are also used to produce electricity. How the dams are used to produce electricity? Water falling down from a height. If the water is falling down from a height, the force of water, okay, of falling is used to generate the electricity. With how much force the water is falling, that is used to generate the electricity. This type of electricity is called hydroelectricity. The electricity which is generated with the help of water is called your hydroelectricity. A dam also helps to control floods. Many dams have been developed tourist spots and are ideal places for fishing. A dam also helps you to control the floods, and many dams have been developed as a tourist spot. The people go to visit there, and these are very ideal places for fishing. So it helps to control the floods. Many dams have been developed as a tourist spots, and for fishing also dams are used. This is a picture of Bhangra Nangal Dam. It is on the borders of Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. Bhangra Nangal Dam is in the district of Bilaspur. Such dams are served for many purposes, are called multi-purpose projects. So dams are also called multi-purpose project. Why the dams are called multi-purpose projects? It controls flood. It provides water for irrigation. Okay, it provides water for other activities also. That's why it is called multi-purpose projects. Our country built several dams after we got independence. Our first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, he called the dams the temples of modern India. So, a question can come, who called the dams the temples of modern India? Jawaharlal Nehru. Because these fulfill the multi purpose needs of the people. We need fresh and clean water for cooking and drinking. In towns and cities, water is supplied to houses through taps. In your house, the water comes through taps who are living in towns and cities. In village, the people get water either from a well or a tank or a hand pump. These three things are used in a village to get water, either well, tank or hand pump. We should use clean water for drinking and cooking. A clean water should be used for drinking and cooking, because if we drink the dirty water, it can make us ill, it can make us sick, many diseases can happen to us. If the water is dirty, then boil the water before drinking. Now, as you know, coronavirus is going on, COVID-19. So it is suggested by the doctor that boil the water before drinking. Water is a very precious thing. We must not waste the water. It is very essential resource. See, this is your power projects, Hydel Power Station. This is your Bhangra Nangal Dam, Himachal Pradesh and your Punjab. Then your Metter Dam, it is in Tamil Nadu. Then Nagasagar Arjun Dam, it is in Telangana. And Hirakud Dam, it is in Odisha. These four are the very famous hydel power stations. Nearly 97% of all the world's water is salty. Otherwise, it is undrinkable. We cannot drink that water. Another 2% is locked in ice caps and glaciers. Another 2% is locked in the form of ice caps or glaciers. And 1% we use to fulfill our needs. 70% of the earth available fresh water is used for agriculture. Means 70% of the available fresh water is used for agriculture. So it is very important for us to save water. The Hirakud Dam is built on Mahanadi River and it is the second longest dam in the world. Which dam? Hirakud Dam. Where it is? In Odisha. Meter Dam built Kaveri River, and where is Meter Dam? Tamil Nadu. Hirakud Dam, Mahanadi River, where it is? In Odisha. Bhangra Dam in Satluj, where it is? Near the borders of Punjab and Himachal Pradesh, district Bilaspur. Nagasagar Arjun Dam on Krishna River, and Nagasagar Arjun Dam is in Telangana. This is recapitulation. Okay, if you have understood the video, then answer these questions. On which river Hirakud Dam is built? Question 2, name the main sources of water. Question 3, why dams are called multi-purpose projects? So you can send me by WhatsApp the recapitulation answer. Thank you and have a nice day.